Hello everyone, my name is Ghost Killer, and today I wanted to talk about old Siege versus new Siege and why I think the current state of the game is better than how it used to be. Now I'd like to get a couple of things straight first. 1. If you aren't willing to remove your bias about the current state of the game or how the game used to be, or if you're not willing to have a civil discussion about the topic, this video is not for you. 2. This is from the perspective of someone who's been playing this game for about 2.5 years, so my knowledge won't be as deep as someone who's been playing this game since the beginning. And 3. This is all my opinion. None of this is concrete, which means there's no reason for you to get upset with me just because I have a different opinion. Let's start with variety. When the game first released, there were only 20 operators, 10 each side, and only about 6 per side were legitimate options to pick. Every round were almost exactly the same operators. Now, there are 52 operators in the game, 27 on each side, and yes, not all of the operators are useful, especially when you consider a Mario Warden, but you can't deny operators like Zofia, Buck, Mozzie, Valkyrie, etc. are not only good additions to the game, but extremely useful and make this game better. Different weapons, gadgets, maps, and skins. There's so much more in this game now than there used to be, and it's not all useless garbage like it is in other games. This is one of the biggest reasons why I've kept playing Siege for all these years. I love when games have a ton of depth to them and allow you to tailor your own experience. Siege is the epitome of that. Next is that the maps have gotten better. True, not all of the most recent maps have been good, but I'd take Fortress over House any day of the week. Back then, maps were either too small, too hard to defend, too prone to spawn peaks and runouts, or all of the above. I look at Hereford Base as an example. Sure, almost everyone, myself included, don't like the map as it is now, but you're delusional if you think the map was better before. There were no defendable bomb sites, no roam potential. You can't even anchor safely on the old Hereford Base. It was truly a terrible map. Then, there's things like lighting changes. I wasn't here when the lighting was at its worst, but I definitely remember how dark it used to be. Someone could be right in front of you and you couldn't see them. The amount of times I died to someone camping in a corner is ridiculous. And it's not skill, it's just taking advantage of poor game mechanics. Simple changes like adding advanced drone deployment, allowing us to decide whether or not we want to exit our drones at the end of prep phase. Drones spawning where you spawn, making attachments free, fixing window debris. The list goes on forever with the amount of positive changes that Ubisoft has made to make this game better for everyone. I truly believe when people look back, they only remember the good things, never the bad. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug, people. Don't be fooled. It's no different than when we think back to when we were younger and say things used to be so much better. If you went back in time along with everyone else and everything you know now, you would see exactly how much better the game is now. The only reason I believe that people like old Siege is because no one knew how to play the game yet. People were still learning the ropes at the time. Not everything has gotten better. There are things that have gotten worse over time. But the game as a whole is better than how it used to be. I bring this topic up because through the years, people have wrongfully criticized the game, and recently, many people have looked at a new game called Valorant as the so-called Siege killer. People need to stop and realize that this is an amazing game. It may not be perfect, but no game, past or present, is perfect. If you don't like Siege, fine, but there's a difference between hate and criticism. You can keep being bitter that Siege isn't a military simulator and not realize that Ubisoft has done so much to make this game better. Not just for the betterment of the game, but for the players as well, all you want. I'm going to keep playing this great game for many years to come and enjoying the hell out of it. Anyways, if you have any other topics you'd like me to talk about in the future, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.